All right, hello Facebook land. I'm here at my spring retreat and we are doing a class about creating a fold-out album page in your CM album. So my sample is right here. This is the Disney book that I did. And I had a bunch of pictures that I loved and I couldn't reduce it down to just a 2-page layout. So I created these fold-out album pages so that I could accommodate all these extra pictures without having to have multiple layouts in a row. So just keep them all together. So anyone who doesn't care about seeing our fun pictures from Cali River Rapids can just flip on by. But everybody else can do this. And one of my customers, Beth, has put together this fabulous heritage album that she's used a bunch of these fold-out pages, and I love it so much that I asked her if I could use it in my demo. But she's done these family trees of her ancestors, and then using a fold-out page has created, you know, the parents and then all their children and spouses and some of those things. So there are a lot of really nice uses for the fold-out page. I guess when you shouldn't need it. And you can kind of tell on the edge when it's a fold-out page, so that's how I'm finding them. Anyway, so you can either do it like she has done it, where just one side is a fold-out, or you can do it like I did, where both sides are a fold-out. And it's super easy. All you need is 2 CM pages. One is, if you work in your album, this one can stay in your album, or you can have them out separately. Then on the inside jeeping edge where the staples are, you're going to take your multi-purpose tool and pop it in here. To take the staples out, you just give it a little twist and it pops them right out. And it doesn't really leave much of a scar. You can just kind of rub it down. And that's going to be your inside edge. So then what you need to do is you need to take your straight trimmer and line up just the inside edge of this jeeping that you pulled the staples out of. So just remember that's the same one that had the staples. Line it up in here. Do you want to stand up and then take the front of your multi-purpose tool and just score along here gently so you don't puncture through the paper. But just score along this jeeping edge and then fold along your score line. So that's going to give you the folded page like this. And then you need some nice strong tape. I really like this Crafty Parrot tape from Scrapbook Adhesives, but there's some other tapes that you can use that will work really well. Just make sure it's strong. It needs to be a strong tape. And you're going to take this edge, the folded in edge that you just folded, and this tape is it looks like it's wide. It's narrower than it looks, so I have to look in close to make sure I get the right side on here. So then I've got my tape on here. I have not tried it with like a tape runner tape. I just don't feel like that would be quite strong enough. And then just carefully line up the staples on the other side. Yes. So what's the inside edge, you know, what would ordinarily be the outside edge is going to come into here toward the staples, and then you just line this up. Line the pages up on the bottom, and line the side up. And just go ahead and, you know, press it down, and then voila, there is your fold-out page. And you can still easily put a page protector on it. It's a little tricky. You just have to fiddle with it a little bit, but it's not hard. So I'll just go ahead and show you by taking these off. You just kind of have to work it over the double thickness of the jeeping, you know, and so then backwards you would go the other way. It's a little tricky just because you really need a third hand sometimes to get this over, but if you pull this straight and you're not on Facebook Live, seriously, it works fine. Okay, there you go.
you put the pages together first and then do your layouts?
Yes.
Or you do the, okay.
Yeah, I know. I make the fold-out page first, and then I do the layout on it. Just because I want to make sure that I don't do something upside down, which has been known to happen with me. That I, work on things and then realize that I put this, the staple edge wrong. Anyway, so then you get the inside, and you'll see there's just it doesn't come quite all the way into the inside. And so you can see in Beth's book that because she has so many of the fold-out pages, that her book does kind of V out a little bit more than, normally one of the things I love about CM albums is how they lie flat when they're closed. Oh, I forgot my page protector. So you know how square this is. If you do a lot of fold-out pages, you're going to get a little bit more of the kind of the V-ing thing out, but it's worth it, I think, for what those pages are. So thank you, Facebook Land, for watching. Thank you, Retreat Friends, for watching. If you have any questions, put in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them for you. And thanks a lot. Happy scrapbooking.